And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stan. Some more breaking news for you this afternoon, this time coming from Heathrow Airport. As many of you will be up to date now, there was a huge fire that broke out at Heathrow Airport, causing major disruptions. And actually Heathrow Airport is closed at the time of recording, and it's going to be closed for the full day. Thousands of flights, of course, have been cancelled. Tens of thousands of passengers, of course, in disarray with their flights either being cancelled or diverted. Now, there's another twist to this tale, as counter-terror police have now been called in to investigate the actual fire to see if there is any evidence of foul play. So, updates by the minute. We're going to go through all of it in today's live stream. But guys, as always, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get involved in the live chat. We'll be taking your reaction a little bit later on. Now, I know there's a lot of international viewers as well that may not be up to date with it, but last night, of course, video footage did emerge on social media doing the rounds of a huge fire in one of the generators by the looks of things, or the power stations by Heathrow, of course, erupting into a blaze. I'm just going to share this video before we do get into the update with regard to counter-terror. Now, of course, that was the footage from last night of the blaze and the fire, but of course it's caused major disruptions, and probably the biggest that I can remember with regard to Heathrow Airport. The airport is completely closed. The surrounding areas are also having lots of trouble, and now, as stated, counter-terrorism police are now investigating as they lead a fire inquiry. Let's go through what the police have said with regard to this. Counter-terrorism police officers are leading the investigation into the cause of the fire, which has led to closure of Heathrow Airport. A spokesman for the Metropolitan Police said there is currently no indication of foul play, but we retain an open mind at this time. The force said its counter-terrorism command would lead inquiries given the impact of the fire on critical national infrastructure. More than 200,000 air passengers have had their flights to or from Heathrow cancelled or diverted on Friday because the airport is closed all day after a fire in a nearby electrical substation. Thousands of homes have been left without power, and more than 100 people were evacuated after a transformer with the North Hyde electrical substation caught fire in West London. The airport, which is supplied by the substation, said it was among those affected by the power outage. Passengers are being warned to expect disruption for several days, and many planes and flight crews are in the wrong location. It said 120 flights to the airport were in the air when the closure was announced. And of course, Heathrow is the UK's largest airport, and again, it has more than 83.9 million passengers travelling through its terminals just over the last year alone. Now, a Heathrow Airport spokesman said, of course, Heathrow is experiencing significant power outage across the airport due to a large fire at a nearby electrical substation. Whilst fire crews are responding to the incident, we do not have the clarity on when the power may be reliably restored. To maintain the safety of our passengers and colleagues, we have no choice but to close Heathrow until midnight on the 20th, or the early, 11:59 on the 21st of March 2025. We expect significant disruption over the coming days, and passengers should not travel to the airport under any circumstances until the airport reopens. We will provide an update when more information on the resumption of operations is available. We know this will be disappointing for passengers, and we want to reassure that we are working on as hard as possible to resolve this situation. So, as you can see there, of course, as we know, chaos has erupted, and the surrounding areas currently without power. And to be fair, There is, I mean, you can look at it as an indication. We've had problems with Russia beforehand with regard to things like this, not quite this, but like this in the past. So, of course, counterterrorism are investigating all possibilities. I mean, again, you have to, I suppose. You have to check all possibilities. But a lot of people pointing out net zero as one of the situations. Again, probably net zero is absolute nonsense, as we all know, and counterterrorism, as stated, are investigating. Whilst there is no further update with regard to counterterrorism, they are stating that it doesn't look like there is any foul play at hand. However, of course, they are probing it and looking to see at all possible circumstances on how this actually happened and why it's all going on in the first place. Now, there is updates coming from Heathrow a lot by the minute. I mean, you can check on sort of Sky News and all of these kind of things. I mean, probably I'll get to Sky News in a moment. They made a massive error earlier on today on their broadcasting. But they've been providing updates with regard to flight paths. They've been providing updates in real time, essentially. There's updates, as I said, every sort of 5-10 minutes or so with regard to this situation. And as I said, there is no sort of means to an end as of just yet. However, we have got that confirmation that counter-terrorism police are leading an investigation into it. But just to clarify, it doesn't look as though it's foul play just yet. But as said, we'll provide you with more updates as the day goes on with regard to this. Now, I've got a photo. I actually forgot to airdrop it myself doing the rounds from Sky News. And to be fair, if there's any ex-military people in here, then I'm sure you'll find that very, very funny. Let me just get up because it's actually quite hilarious. 2 seconds. I'm just sending it over to my laptop as we speak. But guys, get involved in the live chat. Do let me know your thoughts on this one as I get this picture up. It's quite funny. It is good. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, here we go. Here it comes. So, yeah, as you can see here, so essentially, Sky News basically mistaken the SAS, as in the airline sort of thing, something to do with the planes, as the Special Air Service, and put the Special Forces logo, of course, on the on their broadcast, and stated the Special Air Service say all 12 of their round trips to and from Heathrow are cancelled, not mentioning that supposed to be the airline SAS or whatever, but not SAS in terms of the Special Forces. Sticking up our Special Forces logo in the corner as if it's an airline. I found that very, very funny. It did tickle my sense of humour, of course. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'm sure there's some ex-military people here that would find that very funny, that the SAS logo was used as an airline. And yeah, Sky News dropping a bullet with regard to it big time. It just made me laugh. But guys, get involved in the live chat. Let's have a little look to see what people are saying with regard to this one. Civil Defence, a very generous man today, been supporting the live streams intensely. Thank you so much for your donation. He says, Alan Snackbar busy at our substations now. Need more power for the kebab shop. Need more power for his home cooking. Thank you so much for your donation, Civil Defence UK. What an absolute hero. John Johnson says, we're just sitting ducks, so it's likely the water supply next. I mean, to be fair, in the local area, I mean, this substation is, of course, powering a lot of the local area, so it's not just the airport. I mean, it's a massive problem, of course, having to close one of your busiest airports. It's massive amounts of disruption, of course, but the surrounding areas as well are all without power as well. So, yeah, mental. Absolutely crazy. But it has been a busy day. It has been a busy day. I'm seeing a lot of people saying about, yeah, it has been a really busy day. A lot of things have been going on. Of course, Tommy Robinson earlier on today, and then, of course, the situation that happened in Sussex after a man was arrested for having chemical explosives on him, but not terrorism, remember. And now counter-terrorism police investigating this huge fire in Heathrow. And actually, believe it or not, there's still quite a few things to discuss later on today. There's more stuff coming out with with regard to so many different individual stories. Of course, we've got that migrant, of course, has been charged for murder after killing those pensioners with a hammer. We've got that to go through. There's quite a lot today, so forgive me if you keep getting notifications. I try not to bombard your posts with irrelevant stuff, but if there's anything to update you on, of course, I like to do so. But yeah, a very, very busy day in terms of information. Lisa87 says my comments are being deleted. Not me, I don't delete comments, funnily enough. Even if it's criticism or anything like that, I don't delete any comments. It's not me. Sometimes YouTube, of course, has their thing with regard to... but they have an automated system. If there's something offensive, swear words, things like this, they kind of hide it. So, yeah, I never ever delete comments, by the way. So, I'm not going to dampen and suppress people's freedom of speech, even if it's offensive to me. I don't really care. You guys can say whatever you want. Good to see Paul Martin. Thank you so much for tuning in, Paul. Yeah, thank you. Join the team. Thank you so much. Sky News will be, thank you for another donation there, Civil Defence. Sky News will be using the SBS logo for the boat migrants next. Here we go. If you are just tuning in, this is absolutely hilarious. Thank you again, Civil Defence, for your donation. SAS logo on the... Oh, I mean, it's so funny. It's funny. I mean, the airline they were meant to be discussing putting the British Special Forces logo on there, stated the confusing Swedish airline SAS with the British Special Forces Regiment 22 Special Air Service and put it out to the world. I love that. That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. The special is the bit at the bottom. The Special Air Service says all 12 of their round trips to and from Heathrow are cancelled. The Special Airs, the SAS, just cutting around Heathrow doing 12 round trips back and forth to Sweden. Oh my god! I mean, the world has gone mad, eh? Sorry. Here's my sense of humor. I think a lot of the ex-military guys will find that really funny as well. But yeah, hilarious. Sky News, amazing. Good afternoon. But yeah, guys, as I said, very, very busy. A short one with regard to this, I suppose, because it was the counter-terrorism. Just to get the information out there, counter-terrorism, of course, investigating this fire in Heathrow Airport. And if there is any more developments that come from this, if there is any foul play, then be sure we'll update you with it. But as stated, nothing to suggest foul play at this moment in time. That's according to the counter-terrorism police and the Metropolitan Police. But if there is, then of course we will update you. But guys, stay tuned. There's a few more stuff coming your way as the day goes on. As I said, it's been a really hectic day for news, so do make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell on, and thank you so much for all of the donations, and thanks for your generosity. Thanks for getting involved. For those of you getting involved in the live chat, it really do make this community, and we're only going up from here, so thank you so much for the support. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and get involved in the comment section below. I'll see you all later.